Hey, what's going on? It's your Copto here, and welcome back to another video. Now, I know it's been a while, guys, but recently I've been working out a lot, shiny hunting for other hunts that I've been preparing for videos, and just focusing on my business, doing car detailing, doing carpentry work, and all of the above. But I've been trying to shiny hunt in between and catch up on Pokemon, of course, and just explore with life and enjoy it all. Now, recently we've been stuck in a hunt on Leaf Green for Dratini, and after getting to 5,000 resets, I decided that it was time to take a little break and focus on my Pokemon Champions team. Because with that game coming out, I want to be able to create content on it, create a good competitive team, and actually give competitive a full-on try. Because I've been into Pokemon since I was a kid, and I know a lot about competitive, but I never realistically got into it for myself. So I figured, why not this be the time that I do it with a full shiny team. Getting into this though did not mean we directly got to just get our shinies and get started with our Pokemon champion planning. We had to go through ZA and get ready to do the Groudon fight, as well as the Kyogre and Rayquaza one. But I was prepared for this, so let's sit down, get into it, and break down what happened in this episode. Now, we defeated Primal Groudon with ease, using camera up for most of the fight, and then just going into Gyarados at the end to finish it off. But I felt like this was a very good part of the story, except I wish they would have done better with Groudon coming in during this fight, because it's very underwhelming, if I might say. We were finally able to catch Groudon in this game though, and with that I was extremely excited that we were able to do so. Except I just threw him in an Ultra Ball not thinking about it, when I should have done it first color, but we fixed that on the other two, so don't worry about that. But after that, we're finally ready for the Kyogre fight. When I got to this area, I thought it looked amazing. But again, very underwhelming for when Kyogre comes in, because they could have done better with this, guys. And I think we all know that, actually. But we are able to defeat this fight with ease because, Mega Ampharos just took one for the team, dealing massive damage during this fight, and taking out Primal Kyogre was just, simple. But with that, we're finally able to catch Kyogre, so I caught him in a Great Ball because it's a great legendary, and overall, I'm just happy to be done with this part of the game so that I'm able to go to the next part of the DLC. Having finally completed the Groudon and Kyogre fight, we're able to go to the next section of the game, where I feel like a little kid drew this picture, but the Rayquaza portal spawns directly above us, and we're able to finally focus on catching some Pokemon for our Pokemon Champion team. Now in this one, I wanted to search for a Gible so I could get a Garchomp for the team, because I feel like Garchomp would be an amazing asset to just use for ultimate destruction in Pokemon Champions. And I have a plan for a couple setups, which I'll get into later, but we kept hunting in the zone, and at first I was seeing nothing. You'll see it here. There was nothing spawning. I was starting to have no hope that I would even get anything in this zone. But I knew to just keep on going, because I had Alpha Power level 2, and I knew I'd probably be able to get a couple of shiny alphas out of this. But with the Pokemon Champions team, again, I have a couple different ideas for a couple teams that would do very good, like a couple Trick Room setup teams, and just ways to kind of utilize Garchomp. And also, I have a couple plans for Ursaluna as well, which I transferred from a Pokemon Go game, but you guys will see that later on. And yes, that's right. With that, we were able to get a shiny Gible and a shiny Alpha Gible, which I was extremely excited about, but we immediately moved to the next area where I knew there were a couple other shinies waiting for us. And immediately after breaking through, there were not one, but two shiny Alpha Bagons. And I was extremely excited about this. Well, to be honest, the hyperspaces in general just do very good with yielding very good Pokemon. And with the way shiny hunting works in this game, it just makes it a whole another level of fun. And it makes me want to just be able to keep shiny hunting in other games, even if the chance is 1 in 8,192 in Leaf Green. Which, I can't wait to release that video for the game, because I've been working a long time on it. I've already put over 60 hours into Leaf Green, but at the same time, I'm just extremely excited to be able to produce that video for you guys and keep sharing my journey with Pokemon and everything. And I know I haven't been as consistent with it, but of course, if you guys have made it this far, be sure to like and follow to support the channel, because all the support means a lot, and I'm just happy to be able to do this with a community that's slowly growing over time. Now during this point in time, I was just trying to collect every single thing I possibly could, but then we went and looked at my shinies and moved them through my shiny boxes because I wanted to make sure they're in the right areas where they needed to be. But after gaining 100,000 points finally, we got to the Rayquaza fight, and let me tell you, I was not prepared for this. I did end up wiping out about 6 times prior to this run right here, but Florges was my main focus and damage during this fight because I knew I could just use plus moves and deal a lot of damage with the fairy type moves. And after beating the first phase of Rayquaza, I mean, I'll tell you, this is the time I died probably 6 out of 7 of the times because, well, I just kept getting hit by every single move and Rayquaza kept following me over and over again. But you'll see here, Florges just kept going in, dealing some very good damage. And as Rayquaza was using hyper voices and trying to hit me with every move possible, we just kept going. Kept dealing as much damage as we could until this moment where we almost died. And I was about to freak out and panic if I would have lost this, but we made it through and we were able to finish the fight. I was just extremely excited to have this over with because, I mean, it took me probably about 30 to 40 minutes to finally finish it. But with that, we caught Rayquaza in a friend ball, because I felt like the colors fit very well, and I was extremely excited to show this to Ansha, because this meant we completed this part of the game and we could finally do special scans. And you might ask, why did you want to do all this to get special scans before you finally started hunting for the rest of your Pokemon Champions team? Well, the major aspect of it is, I wanted a shiny Alpha Rotom, but before that, we decided to get another Hyper Distortion for Beldum and Chingling. And I decided in this one to just go for shiny Chingling and shiny Beldum because, well, both of them look really cool. And I ended up spawning 2 shiny Beldums within about probably 5 minutes of hunting this area, which was crazy to me, but we caught both of them and then decided to go for the other hunt. After hunting for about the entire time in the Hyper Distortion, I finally realized I did get shiny Chingling, and I was extremely excited about this one because, I mean, I didn't know what it looked like, but at the same time I just wanted it for the collection because I want to be able to eventually compete the shiny decks in this game as well. So that was just another part of the game that we had to finish during this time before we finished the rest of the Pokemon Champions team. For the Pokemon Champion team though, I did have a couple ideas because, for instance, Talonflame will be a very good Tailwind setupper, as well as Mimikyu would be very good for Trick Room. Now if I'm doing a Mimikyu strat, I'm going to use Ursaluna for the team, but I wanted to go for a Wash Rotom because it has a lot of Volt Switch utility and just in general a good moveset for comp in general for Pokemon. But as soon as we got into this Hyper Distortion after using a shiny Electric Power 3, we got shiny Alpha Rotom right off the rip. And I mean, this guy was gunning it for me. So I just pulled out Camerupt, I Mega Evolved, and I got prepared. The only thing I should say about this is I didn't save beforehand, so I would have had to go back, hoped it was the same shiny, and just went back and done this entire thing over again. But when I accidentally burned Rotom and I could not throw any balls yet, I was terrified, until I threw this quick ball, and by God's grace, he let me catch it. After finally catching shiny Alpha Rotom, I decided that I'd hunt for a couple more Rotoms in this area to see what I could find, and as I was looking around, I thought there's no possible way that there would not be like 1 to 2 other shinies because I had level 3 on, so at that point the odds had to be in like 1 in 100 something. I'm not sure on the exact odds that they were during that time, but I kept looking around and, well, you'll see what we found. Yep, that's right. In the 50-meter vicinity, we found a whole lot of nothing. And I was perfectly okay with that, because even so, I was finally able to go do the task for the Rotom catalog, and with that, I'd be able to get Wash Rotom and add him to the team. We were greeted by these 2 people that go on to show us that Rotom can turn into different appliances. And with that, we get to have the display of each and every single appliance in front of us, and we have to battle it. Now, battling it with level 100 Pokemon made it super easy, but of course they did end up taking out this Camerupt eventually. So with that, we just went into Florges, and we took out the other Rotom at the end, so we were able to finally get the catalog. I still like that they did missions like this because it added so much more to the game, and I just love that aspect. But with the Rotom catalog in hand, we can finally get the Wash Rotom that we need for our team so desperately, and finally start the evolutions that we want for our Pokemon Champions team. And yes, that's right, Shiny Fungus is coming with us to Pokemon Champions, because I know Shiny Amoonguss will just be very good in this playstyle. And then we, of course, evolved Gabite into Garchomp so that we could get him prepared as well. We had a lot of other evolutions on the line, for instance, Corvisquire into Corviknight, which, I mean, the Shiny just looks amazing. It's not that different, but it still looks very good. And in general, I mean, I'm just excited to see how his playstyle plays out, as well as Shelgon into Salamence. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to use a Salamence in a Pokemon Champions team, especially when it's shiny? I think my biggest thing about this game is I just want to be able to use all my shinies, even if they're from different games. And Crocodile into Feraligatr was another one, for instance. And a lot of the Pokemon you do see me bringing in, though, guys, will be in the next video. So be prepared for that one, and of course, follow to stay intact with what videos I come out with and when they come out. I'm going to start trying to post a lot more frequently again and finally get back into it. But with that, we were finally able to log into Pokemon Champions and just start the game. I mean, I need to customize my character a little bit better, but we gave the game our name and we just went straight into it. The intro for this game they did very good with as well. I mean, it just welcomes you to the world of Pokemon. You get to look at everything and just start off by entering the center, where you end up meeting this guy, and his name is Cordy. And Cordy runs everything for the facility, shows you how to battle and everything, but I'm going to let you guys see for yourself what happens here, because I was just excited to start the game and be able to experience this for myself. In the next video, we're going to be getting into the competitive battles, planning our team with what items we want to use and everything, and just get down into it, because I mean, overall, it's our goal to become a Pokemon champion if we are playing this game. So why not compete, go all out, and just go for it? And I think that's what this game is meant to bring out. It's meant to bring out the competitive aspect of Pokemon and truly show you what the VGC world is all about. And I mean, I'm just excited to get into it for myself. I want to be able to go to VGC tournaments later on and everything, but that requires a lot of grinding for the channel, as well as making sure that I have enough extra funds to pay for those tickets. But that being said, we start off getting into this fight where we're forced to use Body Slam on Venusaur when we all know Flamethrower would have taken it out in one hit. Granted, after that fact, it shows you that you can use super effective moves and stuff that help towards type advantages, and it'll just help with boosting the move damage so that you can take it out in one hit. I also learned a very important factor for you guys after this, and that's that if you really want to skip this, you can. You don't have to do the tutorial at all, you still get the points and everything, and you're good to go into the next area to learn more about Pokemon Champions. But again, I mean, I'm just extremely excited for the way they made this game, especially with the ranch system entirely, because I mean, the fact you're able to find shinies within that system itself makes shiny hunting such a better experience, because then when it comes to other people doing hunts in different games, they can still find shinies through it. And I'm excited to see the shiny roulette videos that people come out with, because I know during those that people will use Pokemon Champions for finding a shiny, and I'm just extremely excited to see those types of videos. Now, of course, this is where we meet the lady of the ranch, and I was just extremely excited to be able to go into the ranch, see the first few picks that the game would give me. And during this area, I don't know why I chose the Pokemon that I did, because the truth is, I already had the shiny of this. So overall, it was kind of pointless to choose it, but we're still going with it, and I think it'll be a fine pick for the team. But we ended up looking at every single Pokemon to kind of go over the first Pokemon it gives us to choose from. And with this pool of Pokemon, I chose Lucario, even though I'm going to be using a shiny Lucario for the next run of my game. Now that being said, I still think Lucario will be able to be a menace during this, but I'll be using a shiny Lucario instead, so you guys will see that soon. But of course, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I appreciate all the support. It means a lot to me, and I will see you guys in the next video, but let's be ready for this Pokemon Champions.